Hey, welcome to Sean Kirkham Music. Today we're going to take this new pedal here. This is the Harmonic Square, and it's by Donner. It's a pitch shifter. So it has a toggle switch up at the top. The toggle switch, if it's in the up position, it actually is going to let us play the pitch a little bit on the higher side of whatever note we're playing. If it's down, in a down position, it's going to let us play the note down from what we're playing. So for instance, if we're playing a third, it could be a third up or a third down, depending on which way the toggle switch is. If the toggle switch is in the middle, it's actually going to do an adjustment pitch, which is shifted by about 10 cents. So if you're used to a tuner, you know that they measure the sound in cents. And again, this is going to be 10 cents if it's in the center, detuned. It also has on the left-hand side, it has a button or a knob up here, and that's for the wet sound. That controls the harmonic signal level for when you're actually want the tone or the effect going on. On the right-hand side over here, we have a knob that's the dry sound. So that's what controls your regular signal that's coming out of the guitar. Then we have a mode selector in the middle, and that's going to choose the different types of effects by turning the knob. And when you turn the knob, in the first position that it's sitting in right here, it's a plus or minus 2 on the pitch for semitones. If you have it on the next knob up, it's a plus or minus 3 on semitones. The third position will be a plus 4 or plus or a minus 4 on semitones. The fourth position that it can go into will be a plus 5 on the semitones. And then we have another position, which is position 5. That'll be a plus or minus 7 semitones. Then we have position 6, which is an octave. So you'll have a plus 12 semitones or a minus 12. And then the 7th position is actually plus 24 or minus 24 semitones. We have your usual foot switch here, which just, you click it to tap it on. We don't have this on the floor, so we're going to just push it with our hand to turn it on and off. But let's get started. We're going to leave it in the down position for the toggle switch right now. So again, that's going to be a minus sound compared to what I'm playing. So let's just give you my dry sound for now. So I'm playing today my Gibson Les Paul Classic. That's the sound you're hearing. It's coming out of a Fender Champion 100 amplifier. And I have it on the treble setting for the toggle switch on my guitar right now. We're going to start off with that, and then we will probably change it to maybe the middle of the road here, in between the treble and the sound for getting the rhythm sound, which is all the way up. So we'll start off. We're going to turn it on. Right now, the switch is set for a minus 2 on the semitones. So I'm going to play the note D, and you should hear a minus 2 semitone being played with it. So that's a minus 2. We're going to put the switch one notch up. Now we're looking at the minus 3 semitones. Again, I'm going to play the same D so you can hear what that sounds like. As you hear it, it sounds a little nicer than the minus 2. Minus 2 is, you think of a note, right? We're playing D. A minus 2 semitones would be actually a C right below it. So you'd have the D and the C. Those kind of tones are very, they're not clean to listen to. I can see some different places where you might want to play something like that, but if you're just using the pedal itself, that's not so useful most of the time, unless you're playing some avant-garde music or some kind of music similar to that nature. Now we're going to go up to the next position, and that again is a -4 semitones. We're going to play that same D to let you hear that. All right, and the next one is going to be a -5 semitones, the same D. Some people might think of that as a major fifth, or there's another word for it, but I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But that's usually a tone that a lot of writers will write if they're doing harmony parts. So that's, again, oh, it's called a perfect fifth. I just remembered what it was called. But same thing, major fifth or a perfect fifth. The next one here is going to be -7 semitones. So it doesn't have a sixth, but it is going to give you a seventh. All right, the next one should be our octave, I believe. Let's see, we did the seventh, right? So now we're looking at the octave. That one I like a lot. For the simple reason is, if you really want to get some bass tones coming out of your guitar, if you leave this switch in a down position, of course we're going to go 12 semitones below what you're playing. So if you're playing the middle D string, you're going to get a lower D below that, 1 octave down below that. That sounds really cool if you want to get some really cool bass sounds to it. All right, the next toggle button here and the last one on it is down 24 semitones. So it's actually 2 octaves down. So if you played a low G, it's going to sound really muddy probably. So let's see what it sounds like. It's not bad. You can just barely hear the G 2 octaves below that. Let's play a higher note. We're going to play the C off of the B string. So again, on that 7th setting right there, you have not only the C that you're playing on off of the B string, but you have the C that is 2 octaves lower. So we're going to go back through this whole thing. We're going to actually put the toggle switch in the up position. We're going to start all over again back in position 1. And instead of going down, instead of going down 2 semitones, it's going to go up 2 semitones. So we're going to play that D again that we played in the beginning. So it played the D and the E together. Again, seconds are not my favorite, but there are some avant-garde music that has stuff like that written in it. The next one, again, is the third, 3 semitones, and we're going to start on that D again. The next one after that, again, is our 4 semitones on that D. That one also has a couple different names. It's a major fourth, but it also can be called a perfect fourth. We're going back to the major fifth or the perfect fifth. We're going to play that D string one more time. We're going to give you a little sound here on a scale. That's a scale of perfect fifths. We're going up to the next one, which again is your sevenths, or your 7 semitones. We're going to play that D one more time. We're going to change it one more time. This is going to be the octave up. So we'll play that D. You'll hear the D that we're playing on a D string plus an octave up. To give you a better sound, to hear that a little clearer, we're going to play a G scale starting on the low G on the first string. Now we're going to go up to the last one. Again, this is 2 octaves higher. So we're going to play the D string again and see how it sounds. You can hear the D, the 2 octave D really come out towards the end of that strum there, or pick. So let's play that G scale again, starting on a G string starting on the first string with the G on the 3rd fret. So that gives you a good idea of what that sounds like. So we're going to put the switch in the middle this time. We're going to go all the way back down to the very first position again. This is the, it's going to be a D detuned to the 2nd. Let's see what happens when we move it up to the 3rd. It's the same note. We're going to move it up to the 4th. It's getting a little more in tune. We're going to put it on the 5th. Right there, it's in tune with itself. We're going to go up one more position to the 7th. Has a little bit of a wave in it, if you can hear that. We're going to go up to the octave. That also gives us a little bit of a detune value there. We're going to go up to 2 octaves and see what that sounds like. It's a little more out of tune on that one. So if you want the clean sound when the position's in the middle for the switch, that's called the detune position. Again, if you play it with the 5 semitones or position 4, which is straight up, back up in the middle here, it's in tune with itself. So I have a little cheat sheet here. The detune on the first one is actually 30 cents off on the low side. The next position is 20 cents off on the low side. The next position is 10 cents. Of course, we have in tune with itself, so 0 cents. If we go one more, it's plus 10 cents. The next one, which is the octave, is 20 cents out of tune. And then the last position here is 30 cents. So let me give you a little closer look at this pedal. Again, we have up here, we have a knob. It's the wet knob, the dry knob. We have the switch that gives you all the different positions around here. The light that shows it's on, the toggle switch for toggling on and off, your input. We have a power supply up there and your output. This is made by Donner. Donner makes some great pedals, some great instruments as well that are very inexpensive for people to buy. We're going to play a little more with the dry and the wet sound though on one of the settings here. We're going to put it on the fifth, or sorry, let's put it on the octave. We're going to put it on the octave. We're going to change the wet to come all the way down. We're going to turn the dry all the way up. So let's hear how that sounds with one note first. All right, so basically with the wet all the way down and the dry all the way up, it's really just like turning on your guitar and playing it without the switch actually being on. So it would sound just like if you had it off. As we turn up the wet, you're going to hear a little more of the octave. And again, I have it in the up position, so we're going to turn it to 9 o'clock, for the wet. And we're going to hear one of the notes. So the octave does come through, but it's very, very mute. It's not easily heard. We're going to turn it up to the 12 o'clock position. We should hear it more. You can hear it as it tends to trickle off with the sound. You can hear that octave it's starting to make itself known. We're going to go to the 3 o'clock position with the wet. You should hear it even more. And we're going to turn it all the way up. We're going to play a chord. You can hear the sound that we're playing plus the octave up. We're going to switch this switch to play the octave down with a chord. Again, that gives you more of your bass sound in that chord. So chords in general, in my mind here, if it's in the down switch, again, you're going to be playing the note, but it sounds also down in pitch, whether it's in this first position or all the way up to the 7th position up here. So this is nice for just single kind of notes. So So if you want to play those notes, you can also play them with the octave up. With the chord, it doesn't sound bad though. Anyways, that's the Donner switch for us. It's called the Harmonic Square, which is right up here. And again, Donner is the brand. It's a pitch shifter, which is also on the pedal here. It's all marked. Again, your wet sound. This is to turn up or down your dry. Toggle switch for the different types of, whether you want to go up in pitch, down in pitch, or whether you just want to have a detuned pitch. And then we have the knob here to go all the way from a minus or +2 all the way up to a minus or plus 2 octaves. So that's the switch. Hope you enjoyed this video. I sure would appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button. Hit the like if you like this video. That's going to help us with our YouTube channel. Help to get this video out there for others to see, such as yourself. And this has been a lot of fun. We're going to have another pedal come up here soon. But for again, this is the Donner Harmonic Square pitch shifter. And my name's Sean. I'm at Sean Kirkham Music, and I appreciate you stopping by today. Have a great day.